Hey everyone, welcome to today's video and my channel. My name is Chelsea if you're new here, and today we're gonna make some DIY Christmas ornaments. I have seen some really beautiful antique ornaments, but they definitely come at a price, so I thought we would see if we can DIY our own and kind of come up with a similar look but for a lot less money. I'm gonna try out a few different methods to see what we can recreate. I have some ornaments. I will link everything in the description box so that way if you want to try this idea out, you know exactly what I used today. So I'm gonna throw on a sweatshirt and we're gonna go ahead and I will see you in the garage. So to go ahead and get started, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the top parts off the ornaments. I separated my ornaments into two different piles. One pile is going to go ahead and have a black base and one is going to have a brown base. I'm using this matte black and this matte coffee bean spray paint. So here I'm just going to go ahead and give them a light coat of spray paint. I do have some ornaments rolling away a little bit. It's important to make sure that you use matte paint because you want to give an antiqued and aged effect, and if you use something glossy, they look newer. So once I have both piles painted, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of roll them over a little bit and make sure I get all sides. It's okay if some paint gets onto the other pile. That's nothing to worry about. Alright, I have got my ornaments and my supplies out here. These are some alcohol inks. I have paints. I have rub and buff in here, paper towels, paint brushes, all the good stuff. Now, it's okay if when you were spraying, some of the areas did not get fully saturated on the ornaments. We weren't really concerned about them being fully saturated because now we're going to go ahead and really start to layer these up. Here I went ahead and just added a little bit of my products to this plastic lid, although I will tell you guys very honestly, I really primarily only ended up using 2 products, and we'll really get into that later as I talk about how I went into each ornament and really antiqued them. So to get this process started, I just went in with some rub and buff on my brush and kind of haphazardly went around the ornament and just put a little bit of a base layer on. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish this ornament like that. So in the next clip, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what I'm doing to combine the products, but what I want you to understand is that I am not using the alcohol ink as a finish. I'm actually using the alcohol ink to change the consistency of the rub and buff, and you will see that a little bit more in the next clip. The other thing that I'm doing with the alcohol ink is applying it directly onto the ornament and then using my brush to create kind of a chipped age effect. Alright guys, this is where I started experimenting a little bit differently. So I dipped my brush in both the rub and buff as well as the alcohol inks to create more of a liquidy wax, and then I basically went in here and just kind of stippled different sections. If I needed a little bit more, I went back to kind of that main pile that I put on at the beginning and just went around and kind of stippled and buffed into the ornament in different sections, and this just went on beautifully. So for this ornament, I decided instead of the stippling, I would go ahead and try a swirling and buffing kind of motion to see if there was a difference. And there definitely is. I would say at the end of this, you can see some harsher lines, which I'll show you kind of here in a little bit. But I did learn that to diffuse them, you can actually put some alcohol ink directly on the ornament and then swirl it in. These ornaments kind of had like a golf ball texture, and because of that it was really important to make sure I definitely stippled the color on before swirling if I decided to do that as well. The reason for this is if you just swirl, you will only get color on kind of the outside of the divots and none inside the divots. You definitely want to get some color in those divots, which is why stippling is important in addition to swirling. This really creates depth in the ornament and almost makes it look like there's a great patina over the ornament. So while I'm working on this one here, you can kind of see the difference in the ornaments that haven't been done versus the ones that I have started to work on. There is just so much more depth in the other ornaments. You can see really beautiful colors coming through, and they just look like they have so much more dimension than just those flat ornaments on the other side. You guys, these are just coming out beautifully. They are taking on a little bit more of a yellow tone on camera than they are in person, but the color differences and all of the complex like layers of colors that are coming through are really just beautiful. I highly recommend this method with the alcohol ink and rub and buff if you would like to do some of these DIY ornaments. So the other idea that I had that I really wanted to try out was to take these clear ornaments and put the alcohol inks inside of them. I'm going to kind of layer them. I will do a little bit of each color inside, and then I'm just going to go ahead and kind of swirl these around. One thing that is important to know is alcohol inks do dry a little bit quickly, but in a case like this where they're not really able to stick super well very quickly because of how slick the surface is, you do have a little bit of time to work with them and move your inks around inside. Alright, so here is what to look like after they have dried. Now, if you want to just stop here, these are absolutely beautiful and you totally can. I would like to darken mine up still a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and take them down to the basement again. Here I am just spraying directly into the globe some spray paint. I'm going to use the same black, brown, but I'm also going to integrate some metallic spray paint into this as well. And again, you're just going to very lightly spritz some spray paint into it and then just immediately start rolling the balls around. Do not be scared if at this point they look really ugly. You're gonna go ahead and just tip over and dump out the excess paint. And also I want to show you what can happen as you're spraying. As the paints interact with each other, they sometimes do that webbing, but as you rotate them around, it'll go away. And again, once you're done, you can dump it out, or if you want, you can transfer it to the next globe that you're going to do, and that way you cut down on waste. But again, I'm just pouring this one in here, I will give this a little bit of a shake up, and then again, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump the excess out and let them drain. All right, we cannot forget about our tops. If you want your silver, that is fine, but I would prefer to spray paint mine. Now, I am going to start with a darker brown color and then put the metallic gold spray paint over them. The reason for this is when I just sprayed the metallic right on those two on the end, they were just way too bright. It didn't look natural. So I decided to go with the darker brown first, and then I'm going to let that dry a little bit and layer the gold leaf over them. So now the ornaments and the tops are both dry, so I'm going to go ahead and just pop these on, and then we will do the reveal. I did not get my Christmas tree quite yet, so I will just have to show them to you as is, and then in the next video we will make sure we go ahead and use these ornaments to style my tree. Alright, you guys, that is it for today's video. I think these ornaments came out absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to get them up on my tree in next week's video. Thanks for watching.